Children's Hospital Foundation, the Cameron K. Gallagher Foundation, Jacob's Chance, Trinity
Over
Hospital,
40,000 minutes of broadcast time donated.
Beyond Boundaries, the Virginia Down Syndrome Association,
Nonprofits telling their story, maximizing their impact.
Richmond Region Tourism, the Chesterfield Chamber of
Creating
Commerce,
partnerships that make a difference.
the Rico Office of Economic Development,
Mike King Biz, the social enterprise brand.
Girls for Change,
On a mission. Mike King Biz.
The Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce welcomes all businesses of all sizes to join this amazing business support and networking association. We provide routine education and networking events for all members. These events include our monthly educational and networking luncheons, our monthly chamber nights out, various committees and learning group, educational and social events. We can be reached at our website, which is www.chesterfieldchamber.com. Again, I'm Karen Webb, President of the Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce, and we look forward to having you join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mike King here, coming to you from the Mike King Biz studio. You know what time it is. It is the world famous Chesterfield Chamber of Commerce hour. Welcome back, ma'am.
Good to be here.
Alrighty, ma'am. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Karen Webb. I'm the president of the Chesterfield Chamber, and the Chesterfield Chamber is a marvelous group that's a membership association for the benefit of businesses in Chesterfield County. Small business, large business, anywhere in between. We have the networking possibilities for you, education possibilities for you, resources, and we are always busy doing something new and different every day.
And yes, you are. And we have a number of different activities that you guys have coming up. Is the luncheon,
Yes.
Chamber luncheon, that is today.
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, ma'am. And you were asked by a fellow named Mike, or a fellow Mike, what the lunch special was. I'm not going to go into that. But tell, with that name Mike, you know, you say Mike in a room of 100 people, 40 are going to turn around. Maybe that's exaggeration. But 30 are going to turn around. There are Mikes and then there are Michaels. Okay, so ma'am, what can we expect tomorrow with the chamber luncheon?
We are having Dana Markland come in from HBAR, and we're going to talk about the state of housing and the development issues that are going on in the county. And everybody's really looking forward to it. Looking at the numbers when we were getting ready for it this morning, we've got close to 170 people coming to luncheon tomorrow. So.
170, and you will not be there alone. No, you are not. You are not by yourself. Nope.
Absolutely not.
You're in the room with a bunch of friends and family.
Yeah.
And even for your first time, you may be feeling alone the first time. You won't feel alone the second time. Yeah. And so what you're coming, it is something there for everyone. Chesterfield Chamber is a place for everyone.
Yep.
So now you do business. You're a business organization. You're a nonprofit.
Right.
But you do a lot of things on the other side, talking about the gentleman next to you. So who'd you bring and why'd you bring him? His name is legendary. He's out there.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's out.
Yes.
Everybody knows him.
Yes. Yes.
And so I'm glad he's here today. Who'd you bring?
Well, his name is Mike Baum, and Mike, we're glad to have you here with us today. And Mike's the head of Chesterfield CASA here, and I wanted him to come and talk to us a little bit. We're doing a sponsorship with one of their big events coming up in October. And number one, I'm very proud to be involved with it. But number two, I'm even getting prepared to participate in it.
Okay, wait a second. So it has something to do with capes.
Yes.
It does.
It does?
Are you going to have a cape?
No. No.
Okay, well, if we talk very nice to Mike, do you think we could get a cape?
Well, we might be able to. I think that's possible. We got enough months.
We do. Okay, and if we got a cape, what color would yours be?
Oh, purple.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, you drive a hot rod, so I would say that I was thinking something more subdued like me. Like, I could get a red one.
Okay. Subdued. Okay.
Subdued. Yeah, so we're the folks out there with the red and purple capes out there.
Yeah.
So, Mike, welcome to the program. We go back a ways, and I hear about what you're doing all the time, so congratulations, kudos on that. Tell folks who you are and what you do.
Sure. Well, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Karen. Appreciate the opportunity, as always, to come out and obviously spread the word of what's going on with CASA and this event that we have in October. First of all, I'm Executive Director of Chesterfield CASA. CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And basically, our job is to promote safe, permanent homes for abused and neglected children. And we do that by providing trained volunteers to advocate for them throughout the juvenile court system. And we're really trying to make a difference in the lives of the children here in Chesterfield County and Colonial Heights. We started in 1997, so what is that, 27 years, and we just approached the 2,000th children that has been in the, just approached that number.
So explain to us, if you will, so when people go to court, and they're two adults, and then you see the one where they have a child is involved. And they always say, like, when you see, like, custody hearings, they'll say, the court is here for the child, not the parents who are arguing over the child. Explain that process and what CASA is.
Well, that's a great question. And, our job is to provide the tools, and our product is the case report. Our volunteers work diligently with our program staff, who is fantastic, going back and dealing with medical situations, the background for the family background, but school situations. Basically, so we provide a report for the judge to be able to make the best informed decision on behalf of the child and the family. Because unfortunately, when we in CASA program, you're kind of dealing with bad situations. You're in the Department of Social Services. When you get to that point, you're with something's got to happen. So a lot of times we're trying to find like I said, sometimes a temporary home. You end up sometimes with family members, a sibling of the parent, grandparent sometimes, or in the foster care system. But the goal is to get them back in the home while the parents are, ideally working their situation out. But it's all about the child, providing the best opportunity for them to be able to, to live as much of a normal life as they can going through this horrible process.
What was your path to that right there?
What, my path? Well, I've been fortunate to work like Karen in a number of nonprofits over the years. I've been probably a nonprofit 28 years.
What was the draw to you to nonprofits, and when did you know that was your thing?
Another good question. You
I got
this
two.
interview
I got two. I got two per show.
Yeah, well, you check those two boxes. I really always, growing up in a strong family situation, youth group type of thing, always just trying to, make a difference in the community, was very active growing up, but just luck. I have a sports management background, and ended up with looking for positions, and ended up at Special Olympics Virginia, and loved that organization and the opportunities there, where I was able to really showcase the abilities of the athlete and the person as opposed to the disabilities, and really raise a lot of money and raise a lot of awareness, and was there for over a decade. And so that was a great opportunity. And then after a corporate little gig there for a couple of years as VP of Marketing, I was head of Keep Virginia Beautiful. And so making a difference when it comes to the communities and people quality of life where you live and work, very similar to what the chamber does. So, and then with now with CASA, and to be able to, once again, it's the people you work with in nonprofits. You wear a lot of different hats, but you meet a lot of great people. Whether it's chamber members, whether it's volunteers or organizations, whether it's your sponsors and partners, and it's obviously the people that you're helping serve. Like I said, it's nice to be able to tell the story, and I'm insignificant for this organization because we have, it's our volunteers. We call them superheroes. It's our staff. We have 4 great program staff.
Woo!
They're the ones that do do the hard work.
You have a staff of how many?
4.
Well, you got an army compared to you.
Well, but they're specifically dealing with the volunteers, the trained, dedicated volunteers. Our volunteers have to go through 40 hours of training, and they spend on the average about 5 hours a week with the child's case, and et cetera. So, once again, very dedicated. But like I said, our staff are the ones that, unfortunately hear the good stories. But once again, we have some positive stories too because of what our program does, which is fantastic.
So can you, I always talk to, and I've talked to Karen about this as well. Caregivers never know when to stop.
Right.
They don't. You guys hear some horrific stories. How do you save the caregiver from themselves, because you guys won't stop?
Well, like I said, it's a tough situation, and I don't pretend. I read some of the case reports. But I don't. Like I said, it's amazing what our staff does. It's amazing the unfortunately the heavy weight that they deal with daily, and our volunteers in the same case, because our volunteers sometimes are dealing with, it could be just one child from a family, it could be 3 children, because unfortunately if one has that situation, there's normally more that are dealing with neglect, abuse. But once again, it's just trying to strive. It's trying to strive for a better situation for the child, a better, making a positive out of a potential, definitely a negative, but trying to make a positive. We're not 100% successful. I wish we were, but it's one of these things that we're just like I said, doing some fantastic things in the community because of our people, and really trying to build the success stories of those that make it through the CASA program, that end up back in a secure, safe home to be able to grow. We're helping. We're helping that process because there's so many negative stories of those that don't end up back in nice family-oriented homes.
All right, so Mike Baum is here. Karen Webb, Chesterfield Chamber. He is with CASA, CASA Chesterfield. How can people get information about CASA Chesterfield?
Sure. Well, thank you. At ChesterfieldCASA.org. So Chesterfield CASA.org. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're LinkedIn. We're pretty good website. We try to be active on social media. So, like I said, we're always looking for great volunteers. Whether you're not everyone's a CASA. Not everyone can dedicate the time to really do this program. But we have other things. As office people that come in. You have some people that want to help with our event. That one of the things I want to talk about is an event we have in October. But there's lots of ways to help without not necessarily that. But of course, like any nonprofit, it's funding. It's us being able to pay, to have the staff to be able to train the volunteers, because once again, they are our superheroes. They're the ones that are really doing God's work in a lot of ways, but really going out there and really on behalf of the child and the community. So, so we created this event called the Superhero 5K.
Superhero 5K, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. That's it. So, it is October the 6th. Westchester Commons. Well, I know it's going to be at Westchester Commons with that guy, Mark Bowen. He rolls the red carpet out.
Yes, he does.
To help people.
Yes, he does.
He is a chamber member. Yes, he is chamber member extraordinaire. All right, Mike, let's tell us about the Superhero 5K.
Well, last year, CASAs across the country do a lot of superhero events. Once again, because of our volunteers, we really call superheroes. So, but the concept, we do a 5K. We just started it last year. We used to do it for 10 years. And BC, before COVID. So we did it for 10 years in partnership with Henrico CASA. And by the way, we're one of 27 CASAs in the state, and nearly 1,000 across the country. So
isn't that a sad
You
statement?
know it is. When you're like, really?
Yeah.
That we need to have that. And I mean, it's a whole family that's affected. It's a neighborhood. It's everybody, and like you said, it's a crapshoot. Do they end up back in harm's way once again? All right, don't get me started.
Okay.
Because I'm getting ready to.
Yeah.
But a way for people to really support us, obviously through donations, but participate in a fun event. So we brought back the Superhero 5K last year. And Mark Bowen, as you mentioned, with Westchester, it's a perfect location because, yes, it's benefiting Chesterfield and County and Colonial Heights, but Westchester is a fantastic location where, Henrico, Charlottesville, downtown can get to it very easily, but it's a great layout for an event. It's a Sunday morning, and we start with a kids 1K. Fun run. That was fun. There was a lot of, and talk about capes, and they all get a cape. Every kid that participates gets a cape. So we'll save you a red one, Mike.
Thank you, Karen. Got a purple cape.
That's right. We'll have to special order that purple one. But so anyway, we do that, and then we have the 5K, which people can walk or run, but it's all throughout the beautiful and growing Westchester Commons.
Is there a start-finish line? Is there a finish line?
There is.
All right.
And there's food right there. Imagine that.
There's food right there. And is there people announcing?
There are.
There are. Is that taken up? I know a couple people who are I know some people who are wild at that. Yes, and they are okay, but maybe next time.
Well, we always need good people, to be
Okay.
honest, and but no, we have some good partners in this event too. But yeah, we start in the middle there, the Village Green, I think it's called, right there at Westchester, and weave our way through the like I said, the growing Westchester Commons area, both retail and residents. So, but like I said, it's a great event. And then afterwards, we kind of created a family festival where, obviously, fire trucks, EMS, state police, local police, vendors type of thing. We were last year being the first year, we were kind of low key, but we're really trying to make that much better. Trying to, to get people out, get people to stay. Because once again, if you're on a Sunday morning, and as you finish that, you can go to brunch. You can go have, lunch. You can go shopping. You can go have a good time. Or you could even go to church if you want to at 11 o'clock. So it's that time of an event. But the goal, once again, is to showcase our program, to educate people. Because, as I mentioned, I have a nonprofit background, but a lot of people don't necessarily know what your organization does.
No, they don't.
So CASA is always, 50% of the people, at least, I'm explaining what we do. And they all say, oh, that's
okay.
awesome.
I get that.
What you do.
All right, so I always say changing the world ain't cheap, easy, or free. Money got to change hands. So now you got some sponsors, and I got big love for sponsors because they always say the microphone ain't free, and my grandkids need stuff. So that's why we always talk about the sponsors. So let me hear 1 second here. We're here we're talking about sponsors. So it is CASA Chesterfield, and so this is why we're going to talk about the sponsors.
Michael Mike's. My name is Isabella, and you're listening to Mike King Biz. Hubby, that's my scam.
So that's my granddaughter, and so we need the sponsors so we can keep, because the Amazon truck never keeps going by my house. It stops all the time. So we got big love for the sponsors. You're the church, so you brought me, yeah. So now this was for last year, correct?
Last year, sure.
Okay, but still we got big love for the sponsors. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead and talk about who we got.
Absolutely. It showcased that beautiful logo. So, but obviously we're hosted by Westchester Commons, the Chamber, and Karen. They do a great job because we want to reach just not only families, we want to reach employee groups, we want to reach businesses, because everyone needs to be. We have a very caring community. Chesterfield County is fantastic. This whole area is fantastic. But we want to have the opportunity to educate folks, and having folks like the Chamber being able for us to say a few words here, to be able to hand out materials, to introduce our program and opportunities that they can get them and their families and employees involved. But then, of course, Channel 6 is involved, helping us promote it.
Not shocking.
Richmond Family Magazine. They've all the nonprofits I mentioned earlier.
Market.
CBS 6 is one of these. They have a way of keeping partners for a long time, which I guess is a good thing from my respect. But it also shows what great community partners they are, how much they care. So, but folks like that are. But a couple others, Columbia Gas, Chesterfield County itself is a big promoter.
Shout out to Dr. Casey and all the folks there making it happen. I say friends of mine, Dominion Payroll. Boy, when you talk about people who are out there, shout out to the Gallaghers and not just them, but the CKG, doing some amazing things. Wegmans. I just love the way Wegmans operates. So when you see, you need to have strong business partners to fund things like this. It takes money to do this right here. And so we need to generate the money. So folks who are out there, go ahead and sponsor and go ahead and do these things, because I do see some friends. Dean Francis. That's my guy, Dean Francis. Emma Bays, hey, shout out to Emma, who is out there. So as you see, I shout my friends out. Why? Because these are people who believe that changing the world, business can help society be better. That's what we do here. So you got a friend here at the program. So this is going to be a big thing. The only requirement that I have is I'm getting a red cape. Now I can't run this 5K thing, but I got some time to start working on it.
Okay.
Get some working on it.
Okay.
You're getting a purple.
Yep.
Can we walk around with that on after it's over? Like, just generally just walk the streets?
Yeah. If we're
We're not Mark
superheroes.
Bowen.
Well, that's true. That's
You know,
true.
maybe we better tone it down
Well, but it might make a bigger impact because we aren't Mark Bowen, and if we're willing to do that for this,
People may
event
say
these
Mike and Karen has
volunteers-
lost their minds.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah.
yes, and so they're out to do a good deed. One of Mike is here with Chesterfield CASA. What else do you guys have coming up right now? Is there anything that people could help with now?
Well, you know, this is a big event for us, you know, especially with the small staff and growing board type of thing. So we're really trying, and we're trying to get more people on the planning committee. You know, we need volunteers for the actual event. We're trying to get people just more engaged in what we do. Not everyone, like I said, can be a so-called CASA. We devote that much time to the children. They just don't have it. It's just reality. But to be able to help us plan an event like this, to to help lead part of the committee, or just come out and volunteer, get your family involved. We need participants. You know, that's one of the things. You mentioned some of the sponsors. Obviously, one of the key sponsors I did not mention is PR Run Walk.
Shout out to your Tomato, who's out there.
Which is one of the reasons we started there. They were interested in doing a potential walk. Got with Mark Bowen, kind of got us together. So it was some good opportunities. That they are hosts for the event. They do the packet pickup. They'll be promoting this event heavily as we get closer. But great partners, Bronson, general manager there.
The Bronson is a
Kira.
good guy.
But of course, Kira and Tabata, and so just talk about good person, good family situation, and the epitome of what good with our organization and our community. So we just want people, like I said, this is a great opportunity. You don't have to be a runner. Come out and walk it. And that's one of the things, you see that, we're not the Monument 10K, where you're going to have 30,000 people, but God bless them, what they're doing. But here's the situation, like I said, you can come out, whether you have a stroller, whether, you look good in that cape, Mike, even walking. So, but you come out and, like I said, you'll have fun. And like I said, we're really trying
People will tell you anything. Yeah, come on, Mike. Let's go ahead. Walking this out here with a red cape on. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning, so I might be able to get away with it. Oh, we got to give a shout out to all my good friends over at Sedona. Now, that Sedona over there at Mark Bowen's is cool, but the one in Henrico, that's my grandson's favorite. So, so shout out to our good friends over at Sedona Tap House and Henrico for doing amazing things.
We're actually sorry to interrupt you, Mike. We're speaking of Sedona. We're actually the Dine Out for Charity in Colonial Heights location this month. So every Monday when you go by Sedona, when you purchase one of their special menu meals, we receive funding from that all month on those Mondays. And then September, we're at Westchester. We're the benefactor for that month on those Mondays, which is perfect for us because it leads right up into to the event.
Superhero 5K, October the 6th, Westchester Commons. That's where you'll find us. It is the CASA Superhero 5K. There's fun for everybody. Yes. There's something out there for everyone. Mike is going to be back on the program to give us some updates as we go along. As we're saying, showing some love to the sponsors. You can see who the sponsors are because they are the people who make it possible. So, on the mic is Mike. Any parting word, Karen? And what else do you have going on at the real Chesterfield Chamber, not the other jokers?
Yes, not the
wherever
fakes.
they are.
Yeah, very quickly. We've got our next chamber night out at CNF Bank on the 16th, which should be a fun night, and we're looking forward to that one. We do have our next Board of Supervisors meeting is on the 22nd, and we will be meeting at the County Administration Building with Supervisors Carroll and Engel, so that should be very good. And then one final thing, and it's not so much that it's going to affect this area directly, but it's something I'm very excited that the Chamber has gotten involved in, and that is tomorrow we have our inaugural Capital Region Military Alliance meeting for the first time, which is all 6 of the chambers in this area, plus the 3 military installations in this area, and some counties, the different counties and cities around, where we're coming together to actually come up with a plan to be able to have businesses in the non-military communities supporting the military families on the 3 installations.
And where is that?
We're gonna have it down at Fort Gregg Adams tomorrow.
There you go.
And so after we do it, I'll keep everybody up to date on how people can get involved and what we can do. But we're really excited about it.
Chesterfield Chamber, always on the front lines of making good things happen. So on the mic and Mike, make sure you support these 2 organizations. They're out there doing some amazing things. We got to go. They got stuff to do. They can't hang out with me all day. All right, folks, take care now. Thanks. Bye.